Well, guys, here's another one. Little truck actually means a little bit to me. I bought this truck from a damn good friend of mine. It was last year, and it's set. It needed a transmission, I know that. It had a 700R in it, and I never fooled with it much, and I put it over there where all square, but OBSs go to die, I guess. But that blue parts truck that was wrecked in the front, I was like, let me combine a bunch of trucks and make one. So that's how this truck came to tuition. It was had a great running little like Jasper or aftermarket small block in it. Once again, transmission did not pull in any gear, so it just was what it was. But it was so ugly, and it was a factory two-tone truck. I lowered it, put those wheels off another truck on it. Once again, the motor ran perfect. Put new exhaust on it, like a new radiator, had new brakes, everything. And I was not going to build that automatic. So I said, to hell with that. The blue truck down there was a factory 5-speed. And so I wound up converting the truck over to a 5-speed truck. Took the automatic out, of course, put that in there, new drive shaft, new U-joints, everything. I have a new rubber floor mat for it, but I wound up getting this truck back. It's kind of a crazy thing. I didn't really want to sell it. I just got the thing put together and was kind of enjoying it, and it kind of one of those things where you could still use it as a old work truck and beat around town, but the windows didn't work in it at the time. You didn't care if you threw anything in the bed of it. It was just had a cool look to it. And hey, you just don't see a whole bunch of them running around town like that anymore. So I didn't really want to get rid of it, but it was a trade, and it was weird. The car I traded it back for is the car that was sitting right here, and which is the car that was traded for that truck. So the gentleman I traded that truck to for the Pontiac Tempest contacted me and said, hey, is there any way you'd be interested in the truck back? And I was already like having seller's remorse getting rid of the truck, just because I loved the little truck, the way it drove. It rode perfect. The 5-speed, I mean, it was just an all-around good little truck. And the Tempest, I didn't care anything about. I never really liked the Tempest too much, and it was not a bad car. That's just not what I like. I'm not a Pontiac or Plymouth guy, as you can tell by that bad penny. But and I did, on a side note, I drove that thing up there and parked it yesterday from the basement and put it right there. But yeah, it runs and drives now, but too much money later. But so the Tempest, I redid all the brakes on it. It had a new gas tank, carburetor, power steering hoses, stuff like that. And lowered the car back down because somebody had put some I guess you buy these little spacers that would go between the rear end and the coil spring, and would jack it up. And I have not washed this thing, so please excuse it's dirty as I'll get out. But it'll probably get one wash job because I actually plan on using the little truck some. I always liked it. But the gentleman, he contacted me and said, hey, would you want to do some trading back? And I was like, yeah, sure, what you got in mind? So we worked out a trade. I got it back, and since then he had done some work to it. I think he had put a new idler on it, fixed the windows, the door locks, the little stuff that I had never done. Like I said, I do have a new mat, rubber mat for it, because I was just going to put rubber in it. I don't have a headliner. I'm sure I got a headliner board, but I don't have one that color. And this seat, it's got some rips in it and over there, but this thing might get a like an Indian blanket or something thrown in it, not sure. But it is just a jam up, good running old truck. It's really solid. No rust in the truck anywhere. Another good friend of mine, I had traded him a truck, and those wheels were on it, so I took those wheels and tires off and put them on here. But I had bought the truck, like I said, it was kind of like a little farm truck, and I liked it. It had that weird color to it, and I was like, let me put all this stuff on it. And I kind of built the truck, and I guess that's one thing you do. You'd never do. Don't build something you like because others might not like it. But I always liked the old truck. Now I regretted actually selling it or trading it off, and I'm glad it's back now. It's one of those things where I love driving it. I like a straight shift vehicle. Most of my vehicles are straight shifts, but I just love that little truck. Had a good look to it. When it's cleaned up, it actually looks nice. And I traded it off, I would say late January, early February is when I actually sold the truck. And he'd been driving it back and forth. He worked, I think, about 40 miles from here, and he was using it as daily. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with the old truck. It just was it's one of those things. It's a really good running truck and solid truck on the road. But I'm just glad I have that thing back, and now it can sit over there with those other square body. Well, why do I keep saying square bodies? I guess I look up the ramp truck and say the Suburban, but now there's 3 OBS's. So I got that OBS, that's 4, and then my daily is a OBS too. So 5 of those little fuckers. But OBS's, and I don't know what the hell those Suburbans called, that year model. But there's a bunch of square bodies down there too. There's that one, that one, that one. I sold that black truck, but I did relist the 55s down here. I guess we'll go on a little walkabout. But I know I hadn't made a video of the 67 El Camino either. I don't think I have. Let's go down here. The 67 was actually got for the front clip off of it to put on the other 67, the SS that was up there. But this little El Camino, it was actually, it's not a bad car. It's actually got a box frame on it. It's got a really good front clip on it. It's got some rust in the quarters and stuff like that. Just nothing unusual. But I know we're going to take the front clip off. We might actually take the body off that frame and keep that frame. Not sure if that's 100% what we're going to do, but possibly, because those frames are getting getting kind of rare, and it is a factory box frame on that El Camino. Still have that truck. It is a 61. I do have another fender and another hood for it. That hood, of course, somebody had put on there, but as you can tell by the dash, it is a factory 61 truck in the master cylinder. And it was a factory four-wheel drive truck. It's nothing that's aftermarket. It's not a NAPCO conversion. It was actually like a military version truck, but it was from Chevrolet. But that 55, of course, it's for sale. And then that one, of course, it is still for sale too. That's the one that's got the 283 in it and a 400 backing, well, 400 transmission in it. Somebody had put some mid-70s van seats or something in there, but it does have a floor shifter for the 400. Seems like interior has gotten nicer, not, but wow, it's looking nice in there now. But this car's for sale. So somebody's wanting 2 basket case 55s. They're definitely for sale. I'm never going to do anything with them. And that one's got, like I said, 283 with a 400 transmission. This one, we're still on the fence. It's got a 12 bolt back in out under it, and no motor, no transmission. Both of them were V8 cars, but this one does have a 12 bolt under it. That one's got the stock back in under it. So but they are for sale. I reposted them today. This truck is going to be for sale. Not really quite sure on the price. I think we were throwing around, hey Cosmo, I want to say it was like 35. I'm not sure. But it is kind of a rare old truck. It's 4-speed with a 4-wheel drive. It's definitely a buildable truck. That one, if somebody is looking for an El Camino body, if we take it off the frame, it will definitely be for sale, because we're never going to do anything with the El Camino body. Somebody needs some Camaro parts, let us know. I needed some parts off of that and never used it, and got it from another really good friend of mine. And hell, we did some trading on some air conditioning and brackets and serpentine stuff for a big block Chevy. So it has been on that trailer for months. So I think it's a hard top Z28 it was an LT1 car, no motor, no transmission. But somebody needs some parts, hey, let me know. But if somebody needs a Ford Explorer, golly, thing runs like a top. That's the parts truck, OBS, and then there's another one, and that's a 454 Suburban. I love that Ranger. My first vehicle ever was a Ford Ranger that I drove. Not, I wouldn't say first vehicle ever, but first one I put together myself, and actually was legally old enough to drive on the road. Was a Ford Ranger. It has 351 Windsor in it. That one does not. It's got the 2.3 and an automatic, so it's even worse. And that truck, a little 350 700R truck, and of course T-bone. But But yeah, I was just gonna make a little video on getting my truck back, and I'm glad she's back home, and I don't see it going anywhere for a while. Problem is, I probably won't drive it much, but at least it's here. And it's a good backup vehicle. You can jump in this thing and crank it up and hit the road. Does not have air conditioning. Caleb's bitching about that, and I don't see me putting air conditioning in it. I don't really care. Well, it's hot here anyhow. It's hot all the time. I done got used to it, and most of my shit boxes don't have air any damn way. That truck does actually have air. Doesn't work. The van's got air. Kind of works. That car is a factory air car. Hell no, it don't work. Yeah, that truck, we won't even talk about it having fucking air. But yeah, that's about it on that. Oh, my Chrysler 300 up there, it does have air. But no, just a little recap on stuff. And this car, believe it or not, I have not found anybody to buy it yet, and I'm shocked. I even took a vacuum cleaner and got a lot of the rat poop out of it, and I did not put any more bucket seat duct tape because I didn't have any. But if I find some rare bucket seat duct tape, I will fix these seats with it, because I just don't have it. I got bench seat duct tape, but once I find that rare shit, it's getting stuck on there. But no, I drove it and parked it right here yesterday, and it actually runs really good. It just needs a new home soon, fast, because I really hate that car. I really do. So it is what it is. But yeah, and y'all guys got to think of a name for the truck, because I hadn't thought of nothing. So in the comments, tell me what I need to name this thing. Hell, I'm standing out here in the hot sun. It's about 105, it feels like, out here. So and my beer's getting low. So y'all, as always, stay safe, and till I make another one, y'all have a good one. See ya. Oh, and like and subscribe if that's what you're into, because I'm gonna keep making them as long as y'all still watching them. But until the next one, y'all have a good one. See ya.